What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out the M1 Garand by Garand and AK featuring Garand Thumb. I haven't done a video on the M1 Garand and I feel like it's way overdue. It's a very, very historic and important rifle. It's got Garand Thumb in it. It's got Brandon Herrera in it. Two of the best gun tubers out there. So I just feel like this was the perfect video to watch for you guys. You might be wondering why I'm wearing a hat like I used to do back in the day. Remember when I first started YouTube and I was wearing these hats? It's because I've had a haircut. I don't have long hair anymore. It's all gone. It looks crap because I just had a hat on. But I cut all my hair off finally after having it long for so long. And so we're back to having hats on like we used to. Do you know what I mean? I kind of missed wearing the hat a little bit. It also feels weird. I feel like I'm a little kid again. Do you know what I mean? I feel young. Anyway, let's shut up. If you want to watch the video without me waffling on, it'll be down in the description below if you want to watch it without me chatting over the top of it. What else? Yeah, I guess that's it. Let's just pull it up and watch this and let's have some fun.
What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Today we are out here on the range.
Did Brandon just call me sexy?
With the grandfather of the AK itself, the M1 Garand. So we're just gonna do a quick range video out here for you guys, and yeah, I don't know, let's get shooting.
Not so fast, Brandon.
Here he is with his flannel.
You're gonna shoot a Garand. Demands blood.
Oh, jeez.
Ow! That was a good one.
So this is why Garand Thumb's channel is called Garand Thumb, because there is a problem where you hurt your thumb on this rifle. I never actually knew this until I saw Garand Thumb's or Flannel Daddy, until I saw his YouTube channel. That's what people have been commenting in my comments. When I watch like a Garand Thumb video, everyone's like Flannel Daddy. What?
There we go. That one was real.
Blood.
Oh yeah, cool, perfect. This is starting to feel real culty. Yeah. Thank you.
It's been blooded.
It's been an honor. Let's get shooting.
Boom. I honestly I don't know much about this rifle at all. And it's like historic. So I feel like this is long overdue, this video, isn't it? Look at it. The music over the background. Let's get past the music and let's get to the actual meat of the video.
There it was. The Garand Ping. If you've ever wanted to see AK Daddy do a video on the M1 Garand, the AK's granddaddy with Garand Daddy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now that you guys have seen a little bit of how this gun fires and you've gotten the famous ping sound out of the way, at least for...
I wonder how long this rifle was in service for. Let me have a look real quick. Let me do a cheeky Google. How long was the M1 Garand in service? From 1936 to 1957. Oh my God, you're talking over 20 years? 21 years? That's crazy, that, isn't it? 21 years this rifle was in service. What?
For now, I'm gonna take her back to the shop, take her apart, show you guys the guts, and explain why this is actually the grandfather of the AK. But first, time to thank our sponsor. Guys, I don't have to tell you, the Second Amendment is under attack. The Garand.
Let's get past the
Now,
ad.
before I go too far, I know you guys are going to be in the comments saying that this is not actually Garand, but instead an M1 Garand. Apparently,
Garand.
Mr. Garand was very insistent that that was the way that you pronounce his name. However,
Is that true? Garand? It's like me when I first found Garand Thumb's video channel and I was like, how do you pronounce this channel? Garand? Gerand?
that's just not what anyone calls this. Well, if you look into the English language a little bit, you have a comparable sounding word, gerund.
Yeah.
Which is spelled with UND,
It's true.
clearly, which is why it's pronounced gerund. This thing ends in AND, meaning it intuitively sounds like it should be pronounced Garand.
It's spelled that way. It's correctly spelled as Garand. Yeah.
Plus, he's Canadian. The hell does he know about English? I know I'm wrong on this, but I'm not going to change. Ian, I'm actually sorry. But all right, let's talk about the Garand. If you've seen Band of Brothers or Saving Private Ryan, you might recognize this as the infantry rifle used by the United States during World War II. It's also one of the only American infantry rifles where you would be correct in saying that it's not fed by magazines, but instead clips. Hence the wonderful, famous ping. And I already know what you're saying.
Which we missed that ping at the very start. 1 second. Let me get that ping. Because I skipped a bit. I heard him say that there was a ping that we missed. There's the ping. Did you hear it, guys?
The wonderful, famous
Did you hear it?
ping. And I already know what you're saying. Brandon, why are you so insistent that this is the grandfather of the AK? Well, we're going to get into that in just a second, so we're going to go ahead and start taking this thing apart. First, pull back and down on the trigger guard
Whoa,
here.
I never thought we'd get like him taking this thing
Which makes this kind
apart.
of like a Mac rock if you think about it. For no reason other than you pull down on trigger guard. That's pretty stupid. And now we have our fire control group assembly has come out, making this an early drop-in trigger. This fire control...
Isn't it crazy that thing's probably heavy? Like, it's made of wood, like solid wood. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you think about rifles these days, because I've obviously only shot like SA-80 and the L129 and some other stuff, like, it's crazy to think that weapons had wood on them, right? Like, that was real, and people were like going to war with this shit. It's mental.
Group often also gets compared to the AKs. It's not quite obvious, but I kind of can see why. So, a hammer-fired gun, where, you've got a hammer that comes up and engages the firing pin, and then comes back down, is caught by a disconnector there in the rear, so you let go of the trigger, in which case it catches back on the trigger itself. That's the same way as the AK in function, but there's a lot of stuff here that's really not, doesn't really show much similarity to the AK, like the hammer spring instead being this little rod in here that pushes it forward from the bottom. That's, a lot of differences from the AK, but I can see why people draw similarities.
I wonder if this was difficult to clean in the field. Like, during World War II and stuff like that, the lads had to legitimately look after this rifle like it was the most important thing in the world. And so, yeah, I wonder what the clean... Like, I get that there's videos like this where they strip them all down and stuff like that. I'd love to watch a video where it showed, like, the equipment they used to clean it. Because when I was in the Royal Marines, they gave you a bit of equipment to clean your SA-80, right? It was designed specifically for that weapon, to clean it. You look after that as well, and that goes with you everywhere so that you can maintain your rifle. I'd love to know all of that stuff. A showdown of, like, daily maintenance. Do you know what I mean? I might sound a bit nasally because I've still got sniffles, by the way. I do apologize.
All right, so let's take the stock off here, gently to the side. Now we have the meat of the gun. Your charging handle here, which is also your op rod, which rotates your bolt, but is also where the recoil spring is housed inside up here, and also where it gets gas tapped directly from the barrel. Meaning, like the AK, this is a long stroke operated gas system. Also like the AK, the recoil spring is housed inside a little hollow channel.
That is very similar to
the
AK.
Piston, bolt carrier.
The two weapons I didn't think would be related in some ways, the M1 Garand and an AK. But yeah, he's right. Like, there's a lot of similar mechanics here.
Op rod, whatever you'd like to call it. So basically, the M1 Garand is kind of an AK once you flip it up like this.
Yeah.
And just to show you, we have one outside of the gun here, and you can see the cam groove here, which is what rotates your 2-lug bolt. I feel like I'm saying this a lot, but 2 lugs, just like the AK. For reference, we have an AKM bolt carrier here, and you can see, pretty similar there as far as, like said, the hole in the rear for the recoil spring assembly.
Yeah.
Hole up here. So let's take a look at those cam grooves, as you can see.
There must be some sort of when they was designing the AK, they must have really saw a weapon like this, because the M1 Garand is like, it's a classic, right? Like, it was a very, very successful rifle, and so yeah, it makes me wonder if they took one of them apart and was like, how can we utilize the ideas from this and make something new?
See here, these cam grooves are nearly identical. It's the same picture. Now, just for funsies, we're going to compare this to the AK-50's cam groove, which You can see pretty much the same for all of them. The same kind of rough geometry. So basically you have the grandfather, you have the father, and then you have the giant Mongo-ass deformed retard child. So yes, while a lot of people like to compare the AK to the STG-44, saying even as far as it was kind of a, hey Schmeiser, can I borrow your homework? Yeah, sure, just change it a little. It's actually really not the case. In fact, Kalashnikov talks about it in his book, that he drew a lot of inspiration behind from the Garand.
Wow, so there was an actual book about the AK? Let me look at this real quick. Book about AK. Let's have a look. No, there's loads of books, so I wonder which one it is. If anyone knows what book he's talking about, because it seems if you just type in, you know, books about AK, there's loads of them. And so if you can find that original book, because people, you all know how much I love me books, let me know in the comment section, all right?
It's really cool if you think about it that a genius design from a Canadian gunmaker would inspire a young communist in Russia, and now it's the Canadians who are the communists. Go figure. But if you're interested in hearing more about that, I do have a video. I'll leave the link down in the description, the pinned comment, and possibly up there somewhere. I don't know. I did a video breaking down the STG-44 and the M1 Garand and an AK, showing, you know, where they're different, where they're similar, and kind of dispelling that myth about the Sturmgewehr being the original inspiration for the AK, at least in design. But anyhow, that is the TLDR on the M1 Garand.
Puts together pretty easy, doesn't it? Like it takes apart and puts together very easy.
Now this is kind of the part where a normal YouTube channel would talk about, you know, kind of weight, ergonomics, trigger pull, you know, tell you that it's in 30-06 in case you didn't already know. All in all, it's a really neat piece of history. I like it a lot, and I like being able to expand my reference library of, you know, just early gun designs or just different gun designs.
Yeah, that's really
cool to be able to take them apart. And
what's also interesting, this actually is this my first Brandon Herrera video that's not about the AK-50? I think it actually might be. So this might be more like what his regular content's like, and I really, really like it.
Compare them to other things and see how certain gun makers did things compared to others. I just think that side of things is really cool.
Yeah,
especially since this one relates so much to the AK family of rifles. It's kind of cool to see, you know, the early concept that was put into production, served through World War II, and then the Soviets took that, made it better.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
Yeah, I've rambled long enough. Let's get back to the range.
So now we've gotten to the part of the video where we're going to do our typical White Claw penetration test. But
why are they always shooting White Claw? Can somebody tell me that? I've noticed on the Unsubscribed podcast, they drink White Claw, and they do a lot of shooting of White Claw, and I want to know why. Can anybody let me know this, please?
You know what? You guys have seen me shoot White Claw 100 times. It's getting a little old now. So, Mike, would you do the honors?
I'm here to cure your alcoholism, Brandon.
You're gonna need more than 8 rounds, but there you go. Fair enough.
Get off my lawn. 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
I think it deflected the bullet.
I'm no expert, but I think it might have penetrated.
I don't know.
I wonder how accurate this thing was. It's a very long barrel.
Is this a graveyard of White Claws?
Yeah, we've done this a time or two.
It's like a Yugoslavian war crimes out here.
Allegedly.
Yeah, why White Claw? Why?
Yeah, that's our aftermath. How's it taste? You know, I don't condone alcohol and firearm usage, so the M1 Garand, ladies and gentlemen.
I do love that little pig. So iconic, isn't it?
Can you think of a more iconic American rifle than this?
It's true.
Of course you can. This was a really fun video, guys. This is going to be a very welcome piece in my collection.
Oh, I'd love to have an M1 Garand in my collection. My collection that at the moment doesn't exist.
American history, and for its inspiration to AK, the AK-47, and other weapons that came after. It's a really cool piece of firearm history, and I hope I was able to share that with you guys today. Big ups to Papa Plaid for lending us a little bit of his time to do some dumb shit with us out here on the range. We've been filming some stuff together, and you know, you might be seeing some stuff from the two of us over on his channel sometime in the near future. Anyhow, guys, gently. Okay, perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I had a good time making it. Remember to make sure that you are still subscribed and that you've hit that notification bell and you are getting notifications from us, because we got some cool stuff coming up in the future. You guys are not going to want to.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed to his channel yet, I really don't know what you're doing. Seriously.
So, I think that's about all we've got for you today. As always, I'll see you Oh, fuck.
There's a good like minute at the end here of just bloopers and stuff, and I feel like I kind of want to watch them.
You're making this scarier than it has to be.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, God.
Gok 4000 on this Garand. You're like impervious to Garand thumb.
It's weird. I'm not impervious to your charm, though. My name's Brandon Herrera. Welcome to Jackass. That was better.
Yeah, just keep it in there. Let it taste you.
I don't feel like that was good enough for camera.
No.
That was too fucking slow. Wonder how much I could sell this Garand for now
So
that it's
much.
had, you know.
Do you want
My blood on
HIV
it.
type 1?
It's Hep C, chill out.
Okay, fine.
If you've ever wanted to watch AK Daddy do a video on the M1 Garand, the AK's Granddaddy, with Garand Daddy, and then the wind picks up really bad. Fuck me. I'm gonna take her back to the shop, take her apart, show you how it works. It's getting really fucking old. Guys,
It's windy.
I'm being spited by God.
That's actually spelled how you would say something that is gerund.
Anyways, I'll let you go watch them outtakes if you want to do it. Let me know, why do they use White Claw? Why White Claw? Let me know. I want to know more about the history of the M1 Garand. I'd love to know if you've got any ideas for history videos of the M1 Garand. I'd love to watch them. I feel like I'm a bit of a history nerd in general, and so that is more interesting to me. Also, yeah, I want to know about like maintenance, because it's a rifle that was used during World War II and it was like such a successful rifle. I want to know what the daily maintenance was and how they looked after this thing in the field, right? That as a soldier, as a former soldier, I think that's really intriguing to me. Anyways, link down below to the original video if you want to go look at the original video. Down in the link in the description, you'll find links to the stuff that I used to record. I can't seem to talk today, guys. I guess that's it. I can't talk. I've been recording extra videos because I'm away next week. So, and then when I get back, I think I'm going to start doing some gaming videos. Let me know what you think. Until next time, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.